Okay, hello. Okay, it looks like we're live. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Straight Talkin' Fedora Chic. If you are new here and have not yet subscribed, we are a social commentary / storytime channel focusing on social issues of the day. A lot about mental health, but not exclusively. If you're into this kind of thing, please consider subscribing and hit that little thing down below. Yes. Now, I think most of you who are tuning in now have probably seen a video or articles about a video filmed by a mother in Brisbane, Australia, by the name of Quaden Bayles. She filmed her young son, Quaden, her young 9-year-old son, Quaden, crying and in obvious distress and wanting to X himself. Sorry, I can't say the word on YouTube. Okay, and people are praising this mom for being courageous somehow. It seems I'm the only one who takes issue with this. Now, for those of you who have followed me for some time, know that I have been bullied, ostracized, and all that, and all of that, pretty much my entire childhood and my adult life. So, okay, I am. So I think most of you would understand from what place I am coming from, right? So, okay. So the mom, and I have to wonder if the mom was exploiting her child, if she further humiliated her poor son. I think that filming the child in obvious distress, okay, was not only wrong-handed, but really feel that she was exploiting and humiliating her child. And this is just as wrong, and if not worse. Okay, and I can't believe I'm saying something is worse than bullying, so I will say it's on an equal level. Okay? It's on an equal level. So that's so those are the things so that is basically what is wrong. Now we've all seen the parents, okay, they catch their kid shoplifting and they put a banner, they take the kid, parade around the neighborhood, put a banner on saying I am a thief. I think that's wrong-handed punishment, but this is worse. Hi, Amy. Hang on. I gotta give you your wrench. I gotta give you your wrench. Okay, sorry about the echo. Hang on. I gotta give you your wrench. Okay. All right. Let me know if we see the wrench. Okay, I will stay as long as I can. We had a power failure. Okay, I understand. I understand, Amy. Okay. So you should have your blue wrench. Can you type something out so I can just see, please? Okay. Sorry, folks. I just assigned a new moderator to moderator yesterday. So I had to give her her credentials, so to speak, her blue wrench, so she can be on troll patrol. But anyways, yeah, back to what I was saying. Seriously. And I think what she's done was opened her young son to further trouble. Like when he goes back to school the next day or whenever he returns back to school or returns in the community. For those that don't know, in the article, Quaden Bayles suffers from a disability. Let me see what it's called. It has a very long name. It's a form of dwarfism. It's called, and forgive me if I mispronounce it, it's called achondroplasia. And it is a form of dwarfism. And according to the mother, he is constantly bullied for his disability, right? Okay. And so one day I guess she was picking him up from school and he was crying and he was in obvious distress, okay, pleading for help, looking for help from his mom, or somebody from whoever listens, okay? And what does she do? She films him. The video goes viral all over social media. Hey, Jesus. Jesus, Jesus, I will get to that in a few minutes, okay? I'll get to that in a few minutes. But right now, no, she further humiliated this kid because in addition to these children bullying him for his disability, and then the reaction, that he starts crying, the kids will bully him further for that. And then his mom, who has to film a video, once again, the kids will find another reason, right? We'll find another reason for doing this, for doing this. So obviously, you don't make matters worse by humiliating your own child or subjecting them to perhaps worse retribution. Next thing, I don't know about the school system in Australia, but I do know through experience and through what I've read over the years, both in the United States and in Canada, okay, teachers and school administration don't do much about bullying. If anything, in a lot of cases, it's enabled or a blind eye is turned. And that is one. Jesus asked for a permanent solution in quotation marks. That would be one. That would be a great start. Now, I understand the public school system, both in Canada and the United States, have been subjected to savage cuts in the name of austerity, which is wrong. We need to do better to petition our governments to stop cutting public education to the bone. Again, I'm not sure about the school system in Australia, where young Quaden and his mom live. Hey, Brazilian, long time no see. Good to see you back. Toilet Main. I do agree. It was kind of weird to film his mental breakdown, but his mom and her kid have been in the media for over 5 years in Australia. He isn't just some random kid. Okay, I did not know about that Toilet Main, but still, okay, even more, it makes, even if his kid is somewhat famous back home in Brisbane, Australia, this makes it all the worse. Okay, to me, it makes it all the worse. Thank you. Yes, please remember to give the video a like, comment, and sub if you have not already. Thank you. He did a segment of SBS Living Black show, and he's done shows in the past on his medical condition. Thanks, God help, for what I was going through. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Brazilian. Hi, Ray Phoenix. Good to see you. Good to see you, Ray Phoenix. What I am suggesting is his mother probably intentionally looks for media attention. That's what I was going to get to, Toilet Main. That's exactly what I was going to get to. And I already touched upon it a bit. Thank you for reminding me, because those who have followed me for some time know that I have terrible short-term recall these days. But yeah, thank you for reminding me. But yeah, the mother, is she really caring about the issues of her son? Or is she just turning into, excuse the expression, but is she turning into a media whore? Sorry to be this blunt, but personally, I feel this child has been, she is further exploiting, thus furthering perhaps. Now, even if he may be, like I said, if he is famous as Toilet Main suggested back home in Australia, I think it makes it all the worse, right? Yeah, I think it makes it all the worse. Anyways, I have done a couple of videos about bullying, and they are in the pinned comment below. So that's it. And now the story has gotten the attention of American stand-up comedian Brad Williams. Brad Williams has decided to set up a GoFundMe to raise $30,000 to send young Quaden and his family to Disneyland. Okay, once again, sorry, I'm going to have to I'm going to have to rain on this parade too. I have nothing against setting up a GoFundMe as long as it's, I have no problem with that issue. I just, and I think the child, yes, would probably have a great time and have a break from his already challenging life, taking a vacation to Disneyland. The problem with vacations and breaks, which are fine and are necessary in life, is what happens afterwards. Does this child go back to his school, goes back to this untenable situation? Does this child go back to where he is being bullied, or are they giving, is a new school a solution? I know in my case it wasn't. I went to 7 different schools throughout elementary and high school, so it wasn't the solution, right? So it may not. Should this child be homeschooled? I don't know. I don't know. Personally, I am against homeschooling. I'm not going to get into the reasons why. That's another video for another time. But there are exceptions to every rule, and maybe this child falls into that rule. Maybe the money could be better spent, trying to find a better solution for this child, to protect this child. Okay. And also to raise awareness. And sadly, there's another thing that's being missed in this argument. Okay. And a lot of the bullying, okay, when children bully, who is influencing it? A kid is not born with the instinct to bully others just because they're different, whether it's a disability or a chronic illness or their appearance or, yeah, we've been missing you too, Brazilian. We've been missing in Brazilian too. So anyways, back to what I was saying, the kid, this child, as well as other children like him, others who are bullied, whether it's for a disability or anything. Hey, Nikki, good to see you too. I'm glad you're here. Glad you're here, Nikki. So, so a permanent solution is needed. I'm not against raising funds, crowdfunding to send this child to Disneyland for a little break from his problematic reality. The problem is it's the afterward, because when he comes home, what he is leaving behind when he goes on the vacation will be there waiting for him, and then what do we do, right? Okay, you haven't gone back. Okay. Oh, yes, I do have a Discord server. For those who haven't joined, who are new, I do have a Discord server. It's for 18 years and older only. I'm going to Ray Phoenix or Amy, if either of you could please put the link of the Discord server in the chat, that would be great. Please. Jesus, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. I think she's desperate to expose the fact that her child is being bullied. Maybe she has no one to vent to, so she just turned to the internet to vent out. But those are just my thoughts. Thank you, Ray Phoenix. Thanks for putting the Discord server. So those of you who haven't joined, come and join us. This segues quite well, actually, when you think about it. If there is nobody you can turn to, we are a Discord server that is 18 and up. We are new. We have a venting corner if you want to vent, if you want to vent to some great non-judgmental people, okay, or just shoot the breeze for some light topic. We have a room for music sharing, for memes, etc., etc. Please consider joining if you haven't already. What channel is about? My Discord server? Brazilian, are you talking about our Discord server? It's for anybody basically who is what I like, chronic illness, mental health issues, recovering addiction. Those basically who ordinarily don't have a voice in society. Those who may be stigmatized in society. It's for that purpose, but it's for adults only. Yeah. I keep getting behind due to the weather. It's understandable. That's winter for you. I mean, okay, Jesus, further up. I mean, this has brought awareness, definitely, since it's all over the media. Yeah, and this is the thing with media and children, social media and children. And unfortunately, today's children are being is this even a word, mediatized? I'm not sure. I can't find a proper choice of words to describe it. But this was definitely very wrong-handed because, okay, I filmed my kid. Okay, my child is crying, and he's in distress and he's talking about harming himself. Let's film it and make it go viral, all over social media. Okay, what I said is this is exploitation. It's humiliating the child. Okay, maybe this mom did she approach the school? Yes, I know. Like I said, teachers and school administrators have been known to turn a blind eye, and they've been known to even enable it on occasion. But Maybe the school where this child attends needs to be held to account somehow. Okay. Bring the light, look, this is what my son's school is allowing. Okay. I don't know. Okay. I'm not going to pretend I have a permanent solution, but I'm here to tell you that this is not it. And this could potentially make this child's life a lot worse. Okay. 18 and over, come and chill, laid back. Yeah, it is. It's an awesome group of people, Brazilian. Our Discord server, it's an awesome group of people. Yeah, it is. Okay. So, yeah. So, like I said, I'm just pointing out, sometimes the lack of critical thinking. We see this being viral and we're thinking, oh, this mom is so brave and this, that, and well, no. And what is it coming off? What is she getting out of it besides a potential trip to Disneyland with the child? Okay. What does she get out of it? Yeah. What does she get? I have to say, what does she get out of it besides a trip to Disneyland? Okay. Like I pointed out earlier, this child is going to come back home from Disneyland and back to this untenable situation. And then what do? And yes, there are plenty of children like him who are suffering greatly. Not long ago, I talked about the plight of Rehtaeh Parsons, who had a tragic ending because of online bullying and such. Now it's a completely different situation from that of Quaden Bayles, but the end result was tragic. Okay, and it's no less or no more. It's tragic. We can still, as a society, when I say we as a society, this child can still be saved. Young Quaden Bayles, he can be saved still. And yes, I think I think there's a terrible job, making aware of bullying, But anywho, exploitation of children for personal gain is always dangerous. Absolutely right, Ray Phoenix. Absolutely right. And this is what I'm trying to say here. Okay, this is what I'm trying to say here. She may have made this child's life potentially worse when he goes back to school. Okay, absolutely correct. Sorry. So it's wrong-handed, like I understand what Jesus Mendoza is saying in the chat, but I am trying to point out that it's flawed, and he was out, unfortunately, I don't have a solution, but then again, minds that are wiser than mine don't have one either. I'm here to point out that this is wrong and that needs to stop. Try to mitigate, like quit while you're behind kind of thing, like in this GoFundMe, in addition to perhaps sending this child to Disneyland for a break from his own reality and to have the time of his life, which he no doubt would. And I'm not against, like I said, I'm not against sending this child on a vacation. But what comes afterward is my question. It's the afterward. You know what I mean? It's the afterward. And what kind of a price is this child going to pay, not only for being victimized the way that he is, but for his own mother's actions? And this is what I find scary. Yeah, hopefully not Munchausen. That would be really bad. You never know what goes on behind closed doors. Yeah, you're right, Ray Phoenix. We don't know what goes on behind closed doors. And the same would go for the Bayles family. We don't know. Yeah, we really don't know what goes on. So, and it's I think a good start, people, some like in the chat earlier were asking me, what's the solution? But I'll give you my opinions of what would be good. It's like Brad Williams might be on to something here, but take it further. I'll give you an example in social media. Stephanie Sue, okay, we all know from the Nikocado Avocado drama. She created merch Okay. And the sales, 100% of the proceeds of the sales from this line of merch was a temporary addition, were all going to an anti-bullying organization. Okay. Which is to help not just, which are to organizations that are to help children just like Quaden Bayles. That's one way. The other thing is you need to petition our governments to stop cutting public education to the bone. Okay. Like I said, it's not right that it's not right that school administrators and teachers are turning a blind eye, or they're not catching it, or they're enabling it. But the flip side is teachers are now overworked because class sizes are oversized. Again, I don't know what the school system in Australia is like, but in the United States and Canada, that is the sad reality. And I think we need to do a better job, at lobbying our governments to stop making cuts to public education. Children, after all, are our future. It's an investment in public education is an investment in the future. I know it sounds cliched, but I don't know how else to put it. You know, I really hope they move them to another school or make accommodations. I hope the school teacher will be investigated, since this has turned into a media circus. That's the problem. That's my problem with it. It has turned into a media circus, Jesus. It has. And yeah, I hear you about moving him to another school, but I am living proof that moving to another school is not a solution. It's just geography at the end of the day, okay? But you're still going to run into the same crappy, shallow, okay, vacuous people who are going to bully because they fear what they don't understand, or because they don't understand that everybody is different and everybody is still a human that should be accepted. Okay, I went to 7 or 8 different schools, okay, all throughout elementary and high school, and I was bullied in each and every one of them. Okay, I've done videos about this. It's largely why I had turned to drugs in my late teens, as a matter of fact. Okay, that was okay. If you want know another severe consequence of childhood bullying, to a lesser extreme than, say, Rehtaeh Parsons, that's when I turned to drugs. Okay, I am 20 years into recovery now, but still, the fact that I turned to drugs because of, and I'm not going to blame it entirely on being bullied. There were other reasons for it, but it was one of the main reasons. Okay, and a lot of bullied children, they have, one thing they lack is they don't have a sense of belonging. And that is a basic human need. We are social creatures. We need a sense of belong. Everybody, adults, children, we all need a sense of belonging somewhere. And and sometimes, when you're being ostracized like that, you're going to find somewhere that you will fit in, that might offer you comfort, however temporary or however unreal it is. Like, let's say, a bad crowd. Okay. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Thank you. So I don't, and I don't, teachers at the school, to be investigated. If the teacher was somehow involved in turning a blind eye, yeah, I would agree with that. I would absolutely agree with that, because, at the end of the day, the teachers and the school administrators, it's not their, yes, the main part of their job definitely is to teach your children the 3 R's, reading, writing, arithmetic. But it's not just that. These children have to somehow learn. It's to prepare them for real life, for the workforce, for instance, where you have to socialize and learn to work with people every day, and, learn to work with people every day. And so, yeah, so part of that would be, to discourage bullying young. And back to what I said, unfortunately, a lot of the bullying, a lot of children who do bully other children, or they grow up into bullies themselves, okay, bullies, okay, the fact of the matter is, this is learned behavior, okay? It's not inherently natural when a child comes into the world. It's learned behavior. And most of the time, sadly, this behavior is learned from the parents. I mean, how often have we seen the hockey dad having a fit and getting a fit and going out to, I don't know, yell a bunch of obscenities at the referee for what they view as a bad call against their son, or they're saying, "Oh, this kid is such and such." I'm not going to mention any examples. This kid is such and such. Feel free to hit him. Or this kid is bad because of such and such. No, no. And I think, it's not just children that need to, that need to be educated. It's the adults who set an example. You know what I mean? It's the adults that set an example. And the awareness, it starts, it starts at home, it starts at school. And I think, before bringing awareness to children, I think parents and adults need to be educated first. They have to learn to be that positive example. Oh, thank you, Amy. They need to learn to be that positive example. Excuse me a minute. Excuse me a minute. Like I said, please give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already. And please join our Discord server if you haven't already. Yes. Okay. So, so that's, if those asking what my ideas are, what would be better? This is, what I'm suggesting is it's a good start. We start by raising awareness with the parents. We teach them. We teach adults. I realize adults are harder to teach than children, but God darn it, if we don't at least try, if we don't at least try to reach out to these people, and then, at that time, we can start teaching our children that this is wrong-handed behavior and there are consequences to such behaviors, Personally, I think bullying should be treated like shoplifting, okay? Maybe it sounds extreme, but we all know, and most of us teach our children, it's wrong to steal, it's wrong to shoplift. So the same kind of lesson should be, and that there is a consequence, So maybe these same kind of lessons need to be imparted to these parents, to the teachers, to school administrators, even sports coaches, okay? If your kid is taking part in sports, even sports coaches, because sports coaches I've seen of children, oh, nasty, nasty individuals. You know what I'm saying? What we have been doing for bullying isn't working, so why not? Well, yeah, absolutely, I mean, remember Albert Einstein's definition of insanity, okay? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. This ain't working. So now, we need to do something different, And so to summarize what I've been saying, basically, if those who are looking for even a start to a solution to this problem, okay, which often has tragic results, is start educating parents. Adults need to be educated in general. Okay, bullying awareness, more awareness needed, and then we can teach our children. Okay, we need to teach. We all need, as Peter Mon would say, we all need to be teachable. We all need to remain teachable, no matter how old we are, right? Josie Cardenas. Hi, Josie. Welcome to Straight Talkin' Fedora Chick. I don't believe we've met before. Nice to meet you. Thank you. Thank you for your comment, Josie. Okay. So, anyways, so yeah, like I said, it starts, it starts there. That's number one. Number two, we need to lobby our governments to stop making cuts to public education. Because like I said, children, investing in public education is investing in the future. These children are going to be our future doctors, our future teachers to teach our grandchildren. They're going to be future politicians running things, heaven forbid. They're going to be our accountants, our lawyers. They're going to be our chefs. They're going to be secretaries helping out, So yeah, it is. So yeah, it is an investment in the future, and we all need to learn. I mean, that, as we say in French, vive la différence. Literal translation is live the difference. I don't know how to give the proper translation for vive la différence, but the point is we need to celebrate our differences, and instead of condemning them, we need to celebrate them. And also, for those who are who are bullied or ostracized, not just children but adults, either because of mental health issues, because of a disability, be it physical or mental or intellectual, like with poor Quaden Bayles, he suffers from a form of dwarfism. So, I can't imagine you can imagine what this child it must be subjected to, because obviously with dwarfism, he is smaller than most children in his age bracket. And so, I mean, I don't think I need to tell you what, they do with this child, how they torment this child daily. We need to learn, people come in all shapes and sizes. Stop measuring people by how they look or their disability or social economic status. I say this all the time on this channel. Stop defining that and define people for how we treat others, how we treat our fellow man, our integrity, empathy, compassion. Know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. Okay. I need to take a deep breath. Okay. Yeah. Okay. If we can put because we got some new people in the live chat. If we can please add the Discord server to the chat again. For those of you who are new or just joining the chat, welcome. We do have a Discord server that is for 18 and up only, okay, for adults only. And it's for those who need a place, need to meet other like-minded people who would empathize. It's for people with chronic illness, mental health issues, recovery, addiction, recovery, those who don't have a voice otherwise in society. And that's what I do for my part. That's what I do for my part, to bring some good. That's what I do with with the Discord server, with Wraith Phoenix's help, because she's my co-admin. So I thank Wraith Phoenix once again. I can never thank her enough for that, Thanks, Amy. Thanks, Amy. Okay, so yeah, please consider joining our Discord server if you haven't already. Okay. And also, if you wish to support the channel, you may do so. I have a Patreon, and I'd like to give a shout out to my patrons right now. It's to S, Journey to Find K, and Kim Leeper. I appreciate you all too as well. Amy or Ray Phoenix, if you can put the Patreon and the PayPal in the chat as well, please. Thank you. I would appreciate it if you could. So yeah, those are the two ways you can support the channel. Okay. So back to what I was saying, and I'm going to turn it over to you, in the chat. Do you have any thoughts about this? Do you have any thoughts of what this mother did with her son, filming her child the way that she did and making the video go viral? So far, at the last reading of an article, the video has got about 10 million hits on it. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Amy. Appreciate you. So, that's what I do for my part. I have a Discord server. It's a safe space for everybody to chat. It's a safe space to vent if you need to. So that's what I do for my part. But do any of you have an opinion? And what do you think of the potential GoFundMe from American stand-up comic Brad Williams to raise $30,000 to send this child to Disneyland? What do you think about that? Do you think that, yes, this child needs a reality from his life, which I think he does. Or do you think it's not enough of a permanent solution? Do you think maybe this money from the GoFundMe could be better spent for more permanent solutions? So what say you all? I turn it over to you in the chat. Okay. Okay, hang on, I'll be right with you. Sorry, my computer has a mind of its own tonight. Yeah, my computer seriously has a mind of its own. Okay, hang on. Okay. Okay. Sorry about this. I'm having an issue with the computer. Oh gosh, I'm sorry about this. Sorry, I am working from a very, very old computer, and it sometimes has a mind of its own. Okay, so back to you. I turn it over to you. Like, I really want to hear your thoughts. Usually, for those of you who are new, usually our live streams, we produce some pretty lively discussions. We put on some pretty lively discussions. And, it's okay to disagree as long as we're respectful about it. That's okay as well. I'm leaving the stream up as I always do. So you can put it, you can put, sorry, I'm having word loss right now. Oh geez. Sorry, I have to find my words right now. Okay. For those of you who are new, this happens once in a while. So yeah, like I said, I leave all these streams up, and you please feel free to continue the discussion in my comment section. That's perfectly well and good as well. Okay. Because I've said pretty much all I needed to say on the subject. I pretty much said what I need to say on the subject. So yeah, this is where I turn it over to you for the next few minutes, and I will hang out with you for the next few minutes. Otherwise, the stream will be left up, and you can continue the discussion in my comment section. That's fine too. In the pinned comment, there are some previous videos on the theme of bullying that I have put out in the past. So please feel free to peruse those. On your way out, yes, thank you, Amy. Yes, on your way out, please remember to give this video a thumbs up. Comment, like, and sub if you have not already. Any interaction does help the channel indeed. Thanks, Amy. Yeah, any interaction at all helps the channel. I appreciate all of you. If there's anything, if there's, a lot of positives have come out, for me anyway, when I made this channel, because I've built a really super cool community of people I have much in common with, a group of people that I fit in with, even though it's online. It's an online community. So, yeah. And thanks for putting up the links for the PayPal and the Patreon. Thank you. And I want to, again, oh, hi, Tilly. Good to see you. Good to see you, Tilly. Welcome to Straight Talkin' Fedora Chick. Yeah. Thanks, Amy. And I appreciate all of you, too. Yeah. For those who are just joining right now, like I said, I'm about to jump off in the next few minutes. I've said everything I needed to say, but I am leaving the stream up so you can catch up. You can all take a gander through it. You can, yeah. You can watch through it. For those who don't know, his mother didn't organize the GoFundMe. She did. Tilly, I know. I already pointed out that it was an American stand-up comic by the name of Brad Williams. I've already brought that up. I saw you doing a video talking about Mr. and Mrs. Bucky Stokes. Yeah, I did. I did. I thought Phyllis was a classy lady. She was what YouTube was originally meant to be. She was what YouTube, she was about. She represented what YouTube was supposed to be about. And she had a certain class and she had a certain class about her both, and her and Mr. Bucky. So yeah, I agree, Josie. Yeah, Tilly, I know. I know. I already mentioned that it was a stand-up comic. Like I said earlier in the stream, I have nothing against sending the child to Disneyland, but my issue was what happens when he returns to his untenable reality. You know, when he returns to his community, his school, to the same garbage that he is leaving behind when he takes his vacation. I have nothing against a vacation. We all need one. Lord knows everybody needs one at any age with any, ability or disability. But I'm just, this child and children like him need a more permanent solution. They need to feel safe when they go to school. They need to feel safe in their communities. And more often than not, children do not. You know what I mean? And I already covered why I don't like what this mother did. Why I believe it's exploitation. Why I believe that this could lead to further humiliation. I've already covered that. You can catch it later when I jump off the stream. It will remain up. You will understand what I'm saying. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay, Tilly. And I'm all for learning new information. I'm all for it. And I'm all for a little disagreement, as long as it's respectfully done. That's okay, Tilly. No, if she pulled him out of school, I think for the time being, that might be wise, And I mentioned earlier, perhaps for now, the child should be homeschooled. I don't know. I'm not with this family. And again, I don't know the Australian school system. But I did talk about what happens with the American and the Canadian public school systems in recent years. No, it's all you're good, Tilly. It's fine. You're good. Rex Krantz, I just saw that GoFundMe. Haven't just that app in years. Okay, I don't have the link to the GoFundMe. I really don't. Yeah. Nzinga, good to see you. Can we hold the parents of the bullies accountable? I talked about that earlier. Nzinga, as you know, I leave all my streams up, and this will be left up, but I talked about that earlier in length. I did talk about that earlier. Absolutely, parents of the bullies need to be held accountable, and awareness needs to be raised with the adults, because bullying is learned behavior. A child does not come into the world with that instinct. Yeah. Thank you, Rex. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Yep. Good to see a lot of new people here. Yeah. Good to see a lot of new faces here. Hi, Lucas. Oh, well, from Brazil. Welcome to Straight Talkin' Fedora Chick. Okay. Welcome to Straight Talkin' Fedora Chick. Please, can we get more thumbs up on this video? Can we get more thumbs up on this video on the way out the door? Please. Yeah. For those of you who are just joined in, who are new, I'm going to explain briefly Straight Talkin' Fedora Chick. We discuss social issues of the day, either through story time, where I share parts of my life with you, or I talk about social issues that are caught in the media, or I react to what I see on social media, social issues of the day. That's what we do here. Basically providing a voice for the marginalized, for those who are marginalized in society, providing a voice for that. So if you're into that kind of thing, please consider subbing. Yes. Thank you, Amy. Yes. So yeah, so I hope you consider subbing if you're new here and you like that sort of thing. And like I said, there are a couple of other videos I did in the past on the theme of bullying that are in the pinned comment below. Thanks. Yes, a Discord server. Wraith Phoenix and I run a Discord server. It's for anybody with chronic health issues, chronic illness, mental health issues, and mental illness, recovery from addiction, just those who wouldn't otherwise have a voice in their immediate environment or in society. We offer a venting corner where you can vent and you can talk to a bunch of awesome non-judgmental people. Awesome non-judgmental people, or you can just go shoot the breeze and have some light conversation, make new friends. We've got a great community started. It's about 2 months old. We're about 45 members in. Yeah. Hi, Peter. Hi, Peter de Guzman. Welcome to Straight Talkin' Fedora Chick. It's easy to say stop bullying, but in reality, it should start at home. And I covered that extensively, Peter, earlier in the stream. Yeah, we love the kid, Quaden. We pray for you. We love the kid, Quaden. We pray for you from the Philippines. Oh, all the way from the Philippines. Well, welcome, Peter. Yes, and I think, yeah, I understand the prayers, but I'm one of those people that, in certain situations, in fact, in many situations, we need more than prayer. Okay, we need more than prayer. This is not a slam against anybody who believes in prayer or may practice a certain religion. Everybody is welcome here. But I think, this is one of these situations, where more than prayer is needed, and we need action. We need action. And this is what I basically covered. This is basically what I covered in the stream. Okay, I want to give a shout out to my patrons, Journey to Find K, S, and Kim Leeper. You all rock. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to jump off this stream very, very shortly. If you haven't given this video a thumbs up, please consider doing so on the way out the door. Please consider doing so out when you leave the door. Okay, well, if you don't have anything more to say right now, that's okay. You can add it. You can add it later in my comment section. Okay. So I'm going to leave this stream. I've said pretty much that it needs to be said. Once again, the stream will be up for those who joined late. You'll be able to watch it in its entirety. Yeah, you'll be able to watch it in its entirety, as well as other videos I've done on the subject. So, don't forget to join our Discord server. Links are in the live chat, and it's also in the description box of this video if you haven't already. Next, if you wish to support the channel, you may do so through Patreon. Check out my Patreon page, and through PayPal. Those links are also found in the description of this video, as well as in the chat that both Wraith Phoenix and Amy have put up. I thank you both, my mods, for being here. And remember, always remember, if there is somebody vulnerable in your midst who is all alone in the world, who is suffering, and yes, those who are bullied or ostracized, please take the time to look in on them. Please, share a coffee, share a meal, or just lending a sympathetic ear can make all the difference in the world to that person. Okay? So I'm going to leave you with this. Take care of yourselves and each other. And like I said, please consider leaving a thumbs up on the way out the door, and please consider subbing if you haven't already. Lucas, oh, wait a minute, we have a few words. I survived 9 years of bullying in school, and he He needs to be strong to fight that. Yeah, but the thing is, Posnati, I hope I'm pronouncing your name all right. The problem with that is the child suffers from a form of dwarfism. Okay, so fighting back is not an option for him, at least. Okay, you know, it's not an option. And for many children, unfortunately, it is not an option. For many people, it's not an option. This kid is being picked on for his disability. The entire generation is wrong because we were culturalized in a way that we should understand that only people with normal standards is acceptable in society. Well, that's what I try to debunk on my channel, Lucas. This, okay, for the, you know, and for those here who are in my live chat who have been with me for a long time now know this about me. They know this about me. So yeah, you're absolutely right. And this is what I try to debunk, Lucas. So I hope you consider subbing if you haven't already. And I'll be talking more about this type of subject, but you're absolutely correct. I agree with you on that. Thanks, Amy, for putting in the links. And thanks, Amy, for once again putting in the Patreon, the PayPal links. So those are the ways you can support the channel. Thanks again to patrons, to my mods, Amy and Ray Phoenix. Thank you all to the new folks who came and tuned into the stream. Okay. And thank you to my patrons, S, Journey to Find K, and Kim Liepert. So I'm going to leave you all for now. And remember, there's somebody vulnerable in your midst or somebody in trouble. Please give this person a hand. Sometimes just lending a sympathetic ear can make all the difference in that person's world. Okay? Never leave anybody behind. And always try to raise awareness wherever you can. So I'm going to wish you all a good evening and a good night, everybody. You're all awesome. And I will catch you all in the next one. Don't forget to tune in Saturday afternoon, this Saturday, February 22nd. Journey to Find K from Journey to Find K is going to be on with me. She's going to be my guest here on this channel. And we're going to be discussing social media and children. Very important topic, very current topic. So I guess we could consider this video somewhat a prelude to that. So that's Saturday afternoon at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Journey to Find K will be on with me, and we're going to be discussing children and social media. Yep. Okay, so have a good night, everybody. Yeah, I probably agree with you, Prosnati. Sorry again if I'm mispronouncing your name. So I wish you all a good night, everybody. I will catch you all in the next one, which will probably be the Saturday afternoon stream with Kay. Don't forget to join in for that. I hope to see a lot of you, all of you, the new faces that showed up here on Saturday afternoon. Bye for now.